TNA Slammiversary this Saturday is sold the fuck out. Congratulations to them.
Nice.
The Verndun Auditorium in Montreal, Quebec, Canada.
Is that a big place?
It's a nice sized chunk. It's at least 4,000, 5,000 people.
That's a nice venue.
Now that so by the way, the only way to witness this historic event is on pay-per-view. The pay-per-view begins at 8 p.m. You can also go to TNA Plus or your satellite and cable provider. I always like to sound like the old 90s commercials. Your satellite and cable provider.
I want to watch the
Don't
Rascals.
forget, call the hotline.
Yes. That's the other thing about the place that he's working at now. Joe, there's a little thing called the Forbidden Door.
Oh, okay.
And I know it's fucking cliche.
What does that mean?
The Forbidden Door, back in wrestling's heyday, you never had somebody jump while they're working from the same company. So, like, let's say you worked for the company. Ricky has a wrestling company.
Oh, you mean like if you work for ABC?
Right? No, let's just say,
CBS?
not the one you do in your bedroom, Ricky. I'm talking about Ricky has a wrestling company.
Okay.
And then John has a wrestling company.
Okay.
Now, these two, because they're friends, they go, hey, by the way, can my champion show up over here and do this? Back in the day, that was unheard of.
Oh.
They would, when Vince McMahon, when he wasn't allegedly raping
in the old
people,
territory days.
Yes.
In the old territory days, it was different.
Yes, but that's the old.
Right.
But that's the old.
But
I'm talking
NWA.
about when Vince McMahon Jr.
When all the
took over took over everything and made it a worldwide phenomenon, known as. No, he's not. No, he is not. He's writing me going. He's on with a question mark. Yeah, because it's 8 o'clock our time.
There was
and it's
PM
7 o'clock their time.
EST.
There was a time when, before Vince McMahon Jr.
Yes.
His father would bring in guys from other territories.
Occasionally.
Dusty would always be at the Garden, and, it was a big thing, but, knowing what you know about wrestling now, it was always going to be a draw.
Yeah.
Some way or another.
Yeah, like Dusty was not going to win the world title.
But the way they, then it was a big deal. It was like, hey, wait, here's this guy that we never see. You know?
We've heard about him.
Yeah, we read about him
in magazines.
In the magazines and this and that.
Yeah.
Because it was territorial and, everybody had their little sections.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you had your TV markets.
Yeah.
It was spread out,
But now it's not like that. Now
you get everything from everywhere because you push a button on a computer and it'll give you video feed from something that...
And porn.
Well, of course.
I watched porn today. It was good.
I think that's what made the internet successful.
Porn, yes.
Pretty much.
Absolutely.
Did you ever hear the song from, what's that fucking, Avenue Q?
The internet is for
the internet is for porn.
Yeah.
And it's better because Muppets are singing it.
Absolutely, yeah.
That song works so much well.
Safe.
Yeah.
It's kind of creepy.
The internet is for porn. But the thing is, while they're trying to figure out the whole PCO thing, we'll get to that in a minute, whatever. If they call, they call. If not, I'll still plug the event.
Yeah.
I love TNA. I don't... If they don't... Yeah. I mean, he's in Quebec, Canada.
Oh, no wonder.
But we'll see what happens. Either way, we're going to have a Canadian call because Frankie McDonald's got to do the weather in 20 minutes. So either way, we'll make it work out.
Yes.
My point being, though, the Forbidden Door thing, Joe, is that you have now, because now you have, oh, he's calling now. Everyone prepare. You have a company that did not usually do this. So when you have someone that doesn't have this, you have guys from other TNA guys are showing up on WWE broadcasts, and vice versa. All right, here we go. I believe this is. Let's see. Hold on for a minute. It'd be good if I push the on button.
Helps.
Is this the French Canadian Frankenstein?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Bonjour.
Welcome to Ham Radio.
The one and the only
PCO. Let me tell you right now, I marvel at your career. I marvel at everything you do, sir. Do I call you PCO? Do I call you P? I don't know what to call you because I don't want you to kill me.
I do.
Mr.
No,
Roulette.
you're better with PCO.
PCO, good.
Or
I
got something for you. If you're really close to me, I mean, you're my friend, you can call me Peace.
All right. So I'm stuck with PCO, huh? PCO, by the way, the French Canadian Frankenstein, TNA, we told you already. We talked about this before he just called in. Slammiversary sold out. Look at the paper. Look, we got the camera going. Sold out.
Oh, yeah. It's been sold out for a week.
Yeah, you can't get a seat even if you try. You can't even sit on somebody's lap. They're not going to allow it. So you have to go to pay-per-view and you have to go to TNA Plus to get the event. Neither here nor there. We'll plug that as many times as you wish, Mr. PCO. However, I have a bunch of questions.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, now, I believe first off and foremost, by the way, that the French Canadian Frankenstein, the character, the whole thing, I was afraid that you were going to answer the phone going, bleh. I'm glad that you're talking. This helps the interview.
Yeah, I'm not that good on FaceTime. I'm better on the phone, on the regular phone.
Well, you're doing very well. Let me point out. It's like I'm talking to my mom. Anyway, but my point being is that I think the Frankenstein character fits you just because you have been in the business since 1987. Okay, you've been a Quebecer. You've been an amazing French Canadian.
A pirate.
You've been a pirate. You have been everything under the sun. All right. My point is that a little bit of each of those pieces, just like the Frankenstein monster is made of different pieces, that's what PCO is made of. PCO is made of that history, that years and years and years of ass kicking, and each of the good pieces of that, because you do bring in a lot of those fundamentals from all those different characters into your moveset. You are legitimately a Frankenstein monster. Where did the idea, though, come to go, I'm going to be fucking Frankenstein. That's what I'm going to be. When did that happen?
I never wanted to be that ugly guy. I never wanted to be that guy. I mean, I never understood the trend about the people having the face tattooed on their legs, on their back, on their arms. I thought I was the most craziest thing. I said, why are these guys so over? I didn't get it until I started to train with my personal trainer, Mike D. Destro, my creator, because once he saw me getting out of the squat cage, I was walking away from him, and then he made me walk again, come back here and walk again, come back here, walk again, come back here, walk again. And that's it. You are in. You are in. And I am who? Who am I?
I am who?
He goes, yeah, who am I? I am who, whatever. And then he says, you're Frankenstein, because that guy was raised in Massachusetts, and all he was doing all day long when he was a kid was watching Monsters movie. And when he saw me walk and he saw me move, he said, that's a character that you won't have to act, because you are this character. And I never thought that would be possible, because I never liked that, never understood those movies, why they were so popular, and I never understood the hype. And I decided to jump in because it was for me, it was made for me. That's what Destro said. So he was the creator of the character, and he was the creator of the monster, and he became the creator in real life with all those YouTube videos. And he's gonna be with me at Slammiversary.
Nice. Destro's showing up.
The whole match.
Yeah. Well, you do the intro when you come out with the gurney and all the people in the white coats, and they take jumper cables. By the way, whoever's playing at home, this is an actual... He's not human. PCO is not human. We've seen it live, though. They take jumper cables, and I'm talking about hooked up to a real live battery, snap them together to show you that there's sparks, and then they connect them to PCO's chest, and that's how he enters the ring.
Wow.
All right? That's how
that's because you saw the insertion, right?
Yeah.
You saw when they put the car battery in my chest.
Yeah.
That's why swear car battery to car battery, just like you do during wintertime. And it works for me.
So when
works for me.
PCO, when did you figure out you're not human? Because I've seen you do things that no human on this earth should be able to get up from. And at 57 years of age, you are a phenomenon in that regard all by itself. When did you realize that you were, number one, super strong? I've seen this man bend. He put nails through boards with his bare hands. All right? Without the rag, without anything. You are literally not human.
My strength is mostly my hands and my jaw. You know, I got a super strong jaw, super strong hands, and also my tolerance to pain is, you can't compare with no one.
No,
I don't think no one can compare. Pain for me is nothing. I mean, compared to a lot of people. So I just frequently, like, I have a bike, you know, I have a Harley, and I came in, like, I think it was yesterday, it was like a conference or something. No, it was an interview with a paper guy at the paper press, and the guy saw me arrive with just a pair of shorts and no shirts on, and just you know, getting sun, and he said, what if you fall at 120 miles an hour? Well, I just fall and I just roll and get back on my bike.
Man, PCO is not human. Do you know what I'm saying?
But he's built like a
brick shithouse.
Yeah.
That's the answer, a brick shithouse. And on top of it, he's also built, he's legitimately, even though he had nothing to do, like, he didn't, like, come up with the gimmick and this, that, and the third, he is built like Frankenstein. Yeah. He is a tall, thick monster. And by the way, if you're playing at home and you are going to watch the pay-per-view, he's taking on a gentleman called AJ Francis, one half of First Class, at the Slammiversary. And now you're taking him on for the digital media title, am I correct?
And the international title. The international title and the media title, yeah. Both titles on the line.
There you go.
Both titles on the line.
So, needless to say, this man is a human, AJ Francis. PCO, not a human. When you're going up in a fight against not a human, after you win these titles, because we know you will, after you win these titles, can you come back on the show and just say, Eddie, you were right? Because I know for a fact there's no way AJ Francis can beat you. It's not possible. I don't care if he gets a whole bunch of people out from the locker room. I don't care if he gets DJ Who Kid, if he gets every freaking black rapper that is in the history of the world that he's friends with. I understand. He's got a lot of money. He's got a lot of do-re-mi. I get all that. But you're not freaking human, PCO. This man has been thrown off the ring. He has been set on fire.
You.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been set on fire. I've been hit
electrocuted,
by a car.
hit by a car.
I've been down under the dirt and
they buried him alive.
And wow. Yeah, buried me alive.
And dug himself out.
They did all kinds of things to me.
Exactly. And what the hell is AJ Francis going to do with the pay-per-view? Nothing. He's going to get his ass beat 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the ring by PCO. That is what's going to happen. But mind you, there's a whole other pay-per-view going on. You can watch this match. We know the ending. We know the PCO is going to destroy AJ Francis. That's fine. The rest of the card is big because also, by the way, the next day you have tapings. Same venue. Impact has tapings the next day. Me and John just did the ones in Albany after that pay-per-view. We were at Under Siege. Mm-hmm. You guys are going to be doing, so we have Slammiversary the first night. The second night we have the tapings. Now, according to my run list, you're going up against Moose for the World Heavyweight title on the tapings. Am I correct?
Yeah, if he's still the champion, why not go for...
Well, that was going to be...
when I was with our...
That was going to be my question.
I got all the titles.
Exactly.
The gold titles, the tag team titles, the trio titles. I had all the titles. And why not going for all the titles? I mean, that's a legitimate goal.
PCO, This is my question, though. Because I believe in Joe Hendry. Now, Joe Hendry is in the title match. Joe Hendry, I believe, is going to walk out. Because remember, there are 5 guys in the world title match. So the odds are not in the favor of the Moose. Okay, and we love Moose. He's been on the show, member of the system, the whole 9 yards. Oh, we lost him for a second.
No.
Well, he'll call back. We can call him back. Hold on. Either way, I wanted to get that. I wanted to figure out what that was.
This guy, all that shit happened to him.
All that shit.
And he'll probably die taking some fucking cough medicine.
Or taking a shit.
Is this a wrestling?
Hey, PCO, we lost you.
I know.
Are you back?
I know. Everybody's calling me. Sorry.
Stop. They're calling you because they know for a fact that my question was on point. There are 5 people in the world title match. Now, if Joe Hendry wins and becomes the world champion, PCO, do you take on Joe Hendry the next night? Or do you still kick the crap out of Moose?
No, I think it's gonna. I don't know. Like that. That's gonna be TNA to decide. That would be great. I hope I would take on Joe Hendry if he wins. But yeah. I really don't know. They haven't. That's cool that you asked for that because I got some people that they think they're smart and they feel like because there's other matches advertised the next day and they feel like. Oh, you're spoiling your Saturday. Oh, yeah, we're going to spoil the biggest pay-per-view of TNA for TV tapings for Fallout. No way.
Hell no.
Pay-per-view is what is the most important thing. And after that, we'll adjust for the TV tapings accordingly to the results that have been happening the Saturday night at Slammiversary.
Either way, you have to go see both Slammiversary, which you can't because guess what? It's sold out. You can't go to the Verndun Auditorium and go in there and go check it out. You have to watch that on pay-per-view. However, very limited tickets, some tickets still available for the tapings. All right? They are available. They're floating around. You got to look that up. I don't know where to go. Go to TNAWrestling.com. Find out where the details buy. They go to Ticketmaster. Whatever you got to do, find out where you can get it because you want to see PCO. The man that Ricky over here, the Slickster, is still in awe that all this crap has happened to you. He was like amazed. This guy got hit by a car. He was buried alive. He's been shocked with batteries. He's been
set him on
fire, and he still keeps coming. That's the thing. He still keeps coming. You know what I mean? This man has had athlete's foot and given up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we'll always keep coming.
You're always going to keep it. That's because you're a monster.
Coming.
You're not human.
Yeah. Unstoppable. And that same, that character is just just an outside of my inside. It's just that's how I was built, like that's how I am inside.
Yeah.
And this character is just that's why, I was blackballed from this business for a while.
Yeah.
And I never kept coming. I never kept stopped. I always kept coming.
Yeah.
Never stopped working out. Never stopped thinking about it. Never quit. Never said, okay, that's enough. I'm done. I'm broken. I'm screwed. I always kept going, and I will always keep going until I get what I want, and that's it. That's the bottom line.
PCO, can I speak to Pierre for a minute? I do have to ask a question.
Mm-hmm.
I think Pierre's Vince's name. It's not my name. My name is Carl.
All right, can I speak to Carl? I just want to make sure. I want to speak to the person who at 12 years old had an incident with a pellet gun, and I want to talk to that guy for a second. Can you take me through that for a minute? What happened? Because you've also had a career that you literally had one eye doing this. You've been in, you lost the vision in the right eye. You've done so much that other people would have given up. Literally, they would have given up right there. They would have given up on everything in their life. And what happened? How did everything go down?
Yeah, I was a pro. I played hockey. I could have been a pro hockey player. I could have played in the NHL. While I was playing college, I played with one eye. So at 12 years old, I got shot with a pellet gun. We're like crazy, like I am. We're shooting ourselves in the legs with pellet guns, and who's the toughest and who kills who and who's the winner at the end. And then I decided to hide, behind my kitchen counter. And one of my friends, he aimed for my knees. And as I was, bent down, got me right in the eye. And that's it. That's how it went. I had 2 surgeries, and they took a lot of parts out of my eye. And that's it. That's the story.
Yeah, you are definitely, but that's my point, though. There's a very select few guys in this business, in the wrestling business, and I act like I'm in it because I want to be in it, but the guys in the wrestling business who literally need all their faculties to make everything work.
Right.
You did it with one eye. Right there, you should be commended. And then on top of it, you had one hell of a career so far and are going to add more titles to your legacy as of Saturday. So congratulations on that. And hopefully that everything works out and they still have that world title match against Moose or even Joe Henry, either way, on the next night at the tapings. John has a question for you. John, go ahead. This is PCO, the French Canadian Frankenstein. John, give him a question.
Mr. PCO. So let's go back to when you was John Pierre Lafitte.
Lafitte!
You had a good run with a fellow Canadian, Bret the Hitman Hart. He has spoken highly of you, saying that he enjoyed working with you. You was one of the safest. Do you have any stories, anything towards him? How was it working being in the ring with a gentleman like that?
I mean, he was just a mentor to me. He was just so great to me. He really showed me a lot as far as how to put matches together at a high level and how to handle a lot of the pressure that when you're a champ and you have the whole company on your shoulders, how you have to carry yourself. And Brett is a great example. Just working with him night in and night out for 3 to 4 months in a row and having 2 of his favorite matches with me. And being part of that, I mean, that's just been we would say 5 stars matches with Bret Hart. It's pretty incredible. It's pretty unbelievable, and I'm proud of that. And every time he has something, a book or something, I'm always in it, and I'm always in his favorite matches.
Well, it takes 2 to tango, so it takes 2 talented people to pull off great matches. So let me tell you right now, PCO, you're definitely up there. Let me bring up one thing that John just kind of alluded to because he talked about your time in the WWE, well, F at the time. Now that the quote-unquote forbidden door is swung open and NXT and the WWE have a somewhat working relationship, who on the roster now does PCO want to destroy in the ring? Who do you think you could get in that ring and do a great work with?
Gunther would be a natural.
Mm-hmm.
Gunther would be a natural, and Sami Zayn, because I've had I killed it so many times with him before on different occasions. So I know I would kill Sami, but we would kill it as a match too. So Sami and Gunther both would have been great.
You hear that, Hunter? You hear that, Sean?
Kevin Owen, a fellow
Didn't Kevin Owens work? Didn't he go to your school?
Well, no, Kevin didn't go to my school, but we did work for a company called IWS.
Yeah.
We had a bunch of matches, and we had a trio matches where it was, probably it goes up there. Some of the top matches that I've had in my career was with them. And they were not broken in, but a far into the business.
All right, so by the way, we've been talking to the French Canadian Frankenstein PCO. He will be wrestling this weekend, Saturday night, in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. And he will be part of the Slammiversary sold-out pay-per-view in the arena.
Which I wanted to go to, but...
Yes, but shut up, John. I'm doing a plug. The fact of the matter is, you tried, however, live on pay-per-view and TNA Plus, get the pay-per-view, see it. Now, very limited tickets are still available for the next night taping, so if you can get there, Go to Montreal, Quebec, Canada, and you will see this man, PCO, literally just beat the crap out of everybody and take all their gold, because that's what he does. Sir, it's an honor to have you on my show, and I will be rooting for you this Saturday, even though I already know you're going to kill somebody. But I still will root for you, sir, because you're an outstanding asset. And please, don't die. Don't do it. All this stuff hits you. Please just stay alive. Be immortal, because you're not human. You are the French Canadian Frankenstein, and you're amazing, sir.
Yeah, but you can always bring me back to life. So
that's true. I got a die-hard battery in my car. We'll hook you up. It'll be fun. Round of applause for the one and only PCO, Perfect Creation 1. He will be live on pay-per-view, like I said, this Saturday. He is the one and only, and every Thursday on TNA, so check your local listings for that. TNA Impact, check that out as well.